Hello, and welcome to Math Homework Review with Miss Reid. Question number 1 is to evaluate each expression and write your answer in simplest terms. Sometimes we say simplest form. And remember, this is important because we want this fraction to be as small as possible, as simple as it can be. So, easy peasy. First one, 1/3 times 3/5. We're multiplying, so all we have to do is multiply across. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. However, if you put this as your answer, you would be wrong because this fraction can get a little smaller. It can be simplified. And to do that, one way to figure that out is a lot of the times I'll see if I can multiply the top number by the bottom number. And for this case, we can. So 3 divided by 3. And remember, what you do to the top, you must do to the bottom. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. And then 15 divided by 3 is 5. This fraction cannot get any smaller. So this is your simplified fraction, and that would be your answer. Now let's do it again. 2/3 times 3/5. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 5 is 15. Okay, let's see. Is there something that I can divide both of these numbers by to make this fraction smaller or simplified? Now, we know it can't be by 2 because 6 is even, but 15 isn't. But I think we might be able to figure out 3 is something we can divide both of these numbers by to get a simpler fraction. 6 divided by 3 equals 2. And 15 divided by 3 is 5. So this would be your simplest fraction, or your fraction in simplest form. Okay, one last time. 3 times 3/5. 5 times 3 is 15, and then do it again. 3 times 5 is 15. However, if you wrote this answer and input it into the box, you would not be correct, because we know that 15 over 15 means that we have one whole. Think about it. If you have 15 out of 15, right, you have the entire thing. So this would simplify as one whole. Okay. Now, question number 2 is, what is the volume? What is the volume? Now, the first thing you should think about when you think volume is we have a formula for that. We sure do. And so V equals length times width times height. You need to remember this because all the questions for volume are going to be easy as long as you remember and you know this formula. Okay, so just to review, when you're in 4th grade, you do your little box and you have length times width, right? But now with 3D shapes, not only do you have length times width, you also have height to see what's in the back. Okay? Because it is a 3D figure. So let's do it for this one. It gives us unit cubes, and they count, each one counts as 1. So if we're looking at this as a front facing, it's going to say length is 1, 2, 3. Width is 1, 2. And if we're looking back, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When we put this in our formula, we say 3 times 2 times 5. All right, so 3 times 2, make our caret is 6. Drag down is 5. 6 times 5 equals 30. The volume of this is 30 unit cubes. We're going to keep practicing with volume, so let's try it again. What is the volume? Well, we just talked about it, and for volume, our formula is length times width times height. Still doing it. However, I call this a funky figure. It's a funky figure because it looks kind of weird. It's not just a straight box or a rectangular prism. It looks a little bit different. And so a smart strategy is to split this up to make each part even. So the way I would do this is I would do this and then the other part. So for the first part, you could say you go over 2. Just going up 1 because there's only one box here. 1. And then back 2. So put this in a formula. We'd say 2 times 1 times 2. Well, 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 equals 4. Also, if you look at this, because it is a model, you can just count them. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's deal with this one. We have 1 going across, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 going up. And we have 1, 2 going back. So if we put this in our formula, it would be 4 times 1 times 2. 4 times 1 is 4. Bring this down. 4 times 2 equals 8. Okay, so we have 2 things circles. We have 2 answers. We are not done yet. The next step is because we split these 2 apart, we now have to put them back together. So we have 4 for one side, our 4 that we had, plus 8, and that equals 12. So this is equal to 12 unit cubes. And if you actually think about it, if you didn't remember that at all, you could have just counted. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 2, 5, and another box on that side. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Question number 4. I know you guys are sick of it, but it is, what is the volume? So at this point, you should know our formula for volume equals what? Length times width times height. All right. This is a funky figure, meaning it looks weird. It's not organized. So we got to make it look pretty. Okay? The way I would do it is to split this so it's now this. Okay? Now we can look at just those parts, and it's 1, 2, 3. Across 1, 2. Going back. And 1, 2. Going up. Okay. Now put it into our formula. 3 times 2 times 2. Well, 3 times 2 is 6. We're going to bring this down. 6 times 2 equals 12. But we are not done because we only saw for one figure, one part of the figure. We now need to do the other part. So we know, looking over here, we're going 2 back. We're going 1, 2, 3 up. And we're going 1, 2, 3 across. So now, if we do this part, length times width times height, 3 times 2 times 3 equals 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 3 equals 18. Are we done? No, because we split them apart. Now it's time to put them back together. So we're going to add the 2 volumes together. 12 plus 18. 2 plus 8 is 10. Carry that 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. Your answer is 30. Your volume is 30 unit cubes. And once again, if you can't remember the formula, you could have also tried to count them. You'd have to imagine what's behind this box, but you could imagine, based on what they do show you, what is the remaining boxes.